Alright, we are doing a Euclidean geometry. So the first question is to find the angle O2. This is the angle O2, okay? Now, when you look at the angle O2, it's the angle at the center of a circle. Now, when you look at this angle at the center of the circle, you take the line that makes this angle, it's a line OP and the line ON. Now, from N, if we move to K, and from P, we move to K, you can see that this angle goes there, and so this angle at the center is the double angle KN. So we say the angle at the center, O2, will be double angle K1. So this will give us a 64. The reason we say what? Angle at the center of a circumference. That is why it's 64. So now, once you get 64, it's very important for you to complete here. You put there 64 degrees. You write it with another. It's better to use a blue because your teacher will use a black pen. Now, the next question is O1. What will be the angle O1? Now, before you go to A1, if I can look at here, O1 is this angle. Alright? Now, if this angle is 62, remember, it's given to you something, it's called the chord. Okay? And there is an angle also from the center to the chord. You can see here they put this sign and this sign. This means they are equal. LM is equal to LMN, meaning that this angle will be 90 degrees. So first of all, we have to know before we go to A1, because I'm thinking that if this is 90 degrees, this is 26, I can find the O3. If I find O3, it's very simple to find the O1. Why? Because it's the angle of a straight line, which gives us 180. So let's go. We need to find the angle O. The angle O3. All right. We have to find the angle O3. Sorry. Now look at the angle O3 is equal to, this angle is 90 degrees. This is 26. So that angle will be 64 degrees. The reason we'll say angle, or we say, sorry, the reason we say, because the sum of an angle in a triangle gives what? 180, okay? Because when you are in a triangle, the sum of the angle will be 180. Meaning that if you take 180 minus M2, which is 90 degrees, minus 26, it will give you 64. So this angle is 64. So O3 is 64. Now, meaning that O1 will be 180 minus 64 minus 64 which will give us 52. The reason here we say angle of what? Straight line. Angle of a straight line is what? 180, meaning that if we have here 64 degrees, 64, this automatically will be 52. All right. Now, there we go. So we found the question A and the question B. Question B is going to be this one. Now, let's look for question this question, let's call it question, this is, let's say it was question 1, and let's call this is question 2. Let's go to question 2 or question C. Now the question C says prove that KN bisects the angle OKP. Bisect means that, I'll give you an example. If I have an angle like this, if this line bisects, it means that this angle and this angle are equal. Okay? So in another way to prove that KN bisects the angle OKP, meaning that we have to prove that the angle K2 is equal to 32 degrees. We have to prove that this is equal to what? 32 degrees. I put a question mark. We have to prove it. Now, if you can look at this triangle, this circle, OK, it's a radius. It is a radius. OP, it is a radius. Meaning that this angle with the angle OKP should be equal, because the angle of the two sides are what? Equal, or isosceles triangle. The angle of an isosceles triangle. Now, what will happen? We will say the angle, this angle, if this is 52, meaning that these two angles, if you say the angle, let's say the angle P plus the angle OKP plus the angle O1 should give you 180 degrees. So if you try your calculation here, you'll find that the angle, because these two angles are equal, okay, because they have the same, this is a radius, this is a radius. All right? So angle OKP will give you 64 degrees. The reason is what? Angle of isosceles triangle. angle of what? Isosceles triangle. Or you can say OK is equal to what? OP. Both of them are what? Radius. Okay. Meaning that if this total angle is 64, meaning that K2 will be equal to 32. Because this angle is what? 64. So if this is 32, K2 is 32, K1 is 32, so the total will give you 64. So by conclusion, we'll say Kn bisects OKP. The reason is what? Because these two sides are equal. These two angles are equal. When the two angles are equal, we say bisect. Thank you so much. If you have a question, you can ask. Remember, this video is made by me, who is a refugee in one of the country. I need your support and your donation if it's possible. Thank you.